Sahih Muslim 129, Muhammad declares, I have been commanded to fight the people until they bear witness that none has the right to be worshipped but Allah, and that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah, and they establish the salat and pay the zakat. If they do that, then their blood and wealth are protected from me, except for a right that is due, and their reckoning will be with Allah. Muhammad made it very clear that if you didn't convert to Islam, you were a target for jihad. Now, think about the alternatives for a 7th century pagan Arab. If you converted and fought for Muhammad, you'd get rewards and war booty. If you didn't convert, he was coming to kill you.
Okay, so faster than you can say mental hospitals disable dead kids and hammers, David Wood keeps bringing up the same old, stupid and already refuted arguments against the Prophet Muhammad. Now, what David Wood is citing, he's not citing any Hadith commentaries. He's just taking his own subjective view of the Hadith and throwing it out there. This tradition refers to Hadith he just stated. This tradition refers to fighting a specific group of idolaters who are waging a war of aggression against the early Muslim community. So, if you read the Prophet Muhammad's biography, you know that there were four groups of people who were against Islam, and the pagans were one of the people who wanted to destroy the early Muslim community. So that's what that hadith is referring to. It's not referring to like innocent people. It does not mean Muslims should force people into to enter Islam or fight all people, all non-Muslims in general. Ibn Taymiyyah, who was a classical Muslim scholar and a hadith commentator, Ibn Taymiyyah, who was a classical scholar, commented on this hadith saying, the meaning of this tradition is to fight those who are waging war, whom Allah has called us to fight. It does not mean to fight those who have made peace, with whom Allah has commanded us to fulfill their peace. This is Ibn Taymiyyah in Mujal al-Fatwa, volume 19, page 20. Further, this hadith is further clarified in another area. In Abu Dawud 26:42, the Prophet Muhammad said, I have been commanded to fight the idolaters, or the pagans. So basically the Prophet Muhammad said, I've been commanded to fight the pagans. Why was he commanded to fight the pagans? Because the pagans were fighting against the Muslims. See Quran chapter 8 and Quran chapter 9, etc., etc. So the whole hadith is a self-defensive measure, and it's not a offensive measure, according to Ibn Taymiyyah. And the hadith is further clarified, or it's better translated in Abu Dawud 26:42, where the Prophet Muhammad said, I've been commanded to fight the idolaters or the pagans. So that's the correct context, or that's the correct interpretation of that hadith. It does not mean fight people who just, don't want to, who are non-Muslim, just fight innocent people until they convert to Islam. No, that's not what that hadith is saying. That hadith is a self-defensive measure against oppression. That the historical context of that hadith is, there was a time when the pagans were fighting against the Muslims. So that's why the Prophet Muhammad said that, because it was a self-defensive measure and not a offensive measure, according to Ibn Taymiyyah and Ibn Hajar in their commentaries on that hadith. Ibn Hajar comments on this hadith saying, if it is said that the tradition required fighting everyone who rejects monotheism, how do you leave fighting those who pay tribute or enter a peace treaty? The answer is several angels, that the general statement is specific as it refers to the achievement of an objective. This is Ibn Hajar in Fath al-Bari, volume 1, page 77. So what Ibn Hajar is saying is that as long as people pay jizya or tribute or enter a peace treaty with Muslims, they can't be fought against. So if there are peaceful non-Muslims out there, and if there are Jews and Christians paying jizya on Muslim lands, they can't be fought against because they're not doing anything wrong. They're not waging offensive warfare against Islam. So basically, that hadith is a self-defensive measure and not a offensive measure against non-Muslim people. Stay tuned. More videos debunking everybody's favorite psychopath, David Wood, coming up.